Japan, Part 123. The scheme for providing welfare through separate occupational groupings rather than through a single system is quietly but enthusiastically supported by big businessmen. According to a recent survey, large companies provided twice as many benefits as they were required to provide by law. Businessmen oppose the government's assuming heavy welfare burden, for they want to pay less in taxes and avoid the large governmental administrative overhead required for large public welfare system. Perhaps even more important, they want to maintain the advantage the large companies enjoy over all small companies. For if a potential employee is offered an equivalent salary at a large and small company, other things being equal, he will take the large company because it can provide more security over the long run. This broader sense of security strengthens the identification of the worker with his company. Big businessmen prefer to offer the benefits because the system reinforces the loyalty of the workers. Although it is difficult to compare welfare benefits in Japanese and American company because the categories are so different, Japanese companies concentrate their benefits in areas that will keep the employees attached to the company. Over a long period of time, benefits in the United States include substantial paid sick leave, vacation time, and the coffee breaks. Benefits rarely provided by Japanese companies in comparable amounts. In contrast, some 7% of the Japanese population live in housing supplied by employers. An additional 50%, almost as much population as in the United States, owns the dwellings where they live. And over half of the money that company employee borrows by housing is lent by employers. In 1975, the average interest rate for money borrowed from the employers was 3 to 4%, compared to 9 to 10% of the private loans in Germany. Even small companies unable to buy housing often lease housing and rent it into their employees below cost. Large companies often have their own medical facilities, including hospitals and recuperation homes. These provide a much higher level of service than facilities supported by the National Health Plan. Since company retirement age is usually between 55 and 60, most employees need a second job after retirement, and a company ordinarily assists a faithful employee in finding this post-retirement work. Many benefits provided by the company for long-time employees, such as the use of the company mountain and seaside cottages and entertainment halls, are not easily calculated in value. Entertainment allowances are generous, but it is not easy to distinguish what portions should be considered company needs and what portions employee welfare. However difficult to calculate, as Robert Immerman, long-time American labor attaché in Tokyo, has noted, it is clear that the total Japanese company's welfare package is larger than that of the American. The Japanese company avoids tight contractual arrangement with the employees and unions, leaving considerable discretion to company executives. The company tries to keep abreast by the workers' desire to offer more services than seem minimally necessary to meet union demands. By avoiding contractual agreements, company officials retain the leverage to give more rewards to those who have been faithful and hardworking, especially in allocating company loans, assisting with the post-retirement employment, and allowing the use of the special company recreation sites. Company officials enjoy considerable leeway, conveying the message that prerequisites are not automatic, that loyalty will be rewarded. The Japanese government's intention to maintain strong ties between the individuals and its company is perhaps most clearly revealed in the new program developed for depressed industries. As part of the Japanese employment maintenance program initiated in January 1975, if an employer is in depressed industry, does not lay off employees, The government will compensate for half the pay of the idle employees or 2/3 of the pay in small and medium-sized firms.